Troy Deeney is very much back on his bullshit. Because there's nothing Troy Deeney likes more than to say something really, really stupid and then double down on it. So a few weeks ago, Troy Deeney tried to claim that Mo Salah was not world class. And he has then tried to use the cup final to back up said bullshit. When you look at the stats, he hasn't scored or had an assist. When you look at it like that, it's difficult to argue against. You would say he's not turned up in those games. So he's talking there about Salah's record in finals. Mo, obviously, 7 major finals for Liverpool, hasn't scored an open play goal, hasn't had an assist. However, if we take a look at those finals, it doesn't really hold up. So you go back to year 1 with Mo. Champions League final, Real Madrid and Kiev were massive underdogs. He is on an absolute tear, had been unbelievable, obviously, all season. 44 goals, 14 assists. He gets taken out of the game on 30 minutes by Sergio Ramos, who is a thug, and set out to hurt him, and pops his shoulder at a place. So there's no way on earth you can hold that final against Mo. You move on a year, 18-19. We win the European Cup. Mo scores in the final. But it's a penalty, and apparently that doesn't count. Because apparently anybody could just step up to the plate that early in a Champions League final, 2 minutes in, and score a penalty. Apparently that's easy. You know, anybody could do it. So we're not to be impressed by the fact that in the biggest game of the club calendar, Mo Salah steps up and scores a penalty. And obviously, I mean, Troy Deeney must have just scored every penalty that he ever took in his entire career, except he didn't. Troy Deeney missed 7 of 49 penalties in his career. And what big game did you score in, Troy? So we move on then past that game. By the way, Mo was outstanding in that game. 1920, not in any finals. 2021, not in any finals. 21-22. We get to 2 cup finals, domestically, of course. Mo doesn't score in either. However, in the FA Cup final, Mo only played 33 minutes. Mo only played 33 minutes. So, how are you going to judge him on a game where he's only played 33 minutes? That seems really stupid to me. In the League Cup final, he played all 120 minutes, and he played pretty well. We did, of course, play the Champions League final that season. So you'll remember I've just said that Mo went off injured in the FA Cup final. That's the 14th of May. The Champions League final is 2 weeks later. And Mo is playing through an injury that forced him off in a cup final. And he was pretty good in that Champions League final in 2022. He was pretty good. He was unfortunate not to score after he manufactured a brilliant chance at a nothing. Great touch, great right-footed shot. Courtois makes a decent save. Mo was pretty good in that game. So again, given the context, he's come off injured in a cup final 2 weeks earlier. Not sure how you're holding that one against him. No finals in 22-23. Obviously, League Cup final last season. Again, he doesn't score. But again, he's not in the team. Like, he's just not there. He's injured. So are you going to hold that against him? Because he didn't score in a game he didn't play in? Like, what is this narrative? What is this nonsense? The Champions League finals he's played in, he got injured in one. He played well in the other, and in the second, and scored from the penalty spot. And he's pretty good in the third, despite playing with an injury. In the FA Cup final he played in, he got injured and went off. And in the League Cup finals, he was pretty good in one, didn't play in another, and then there was the game on Sunday. So, in truth, they're saying he's had 7 finals, but it's only been 6 that he's played in, 2 of which he went off injured in, 2 of which he played pretty well in, 1 of which he scored in, and really it's only the game against Newcastle where he plays the whole game, and you could come away thinking, I was disappointed in Mo today. But again, we didn't give him the fucking ball. It's a very, very strange thing how Mohamed Salah is continuously judged on a very different curve to anybody else. Because Deeney doubles down. The stupidity of saying, well, he's not world class and he doesn't score in these finals is one thing. Then he says, when I think of world class, what I think of world class is that feeling you get when you watch someone like Ronaldinho. Okay, Ronaldinho was the best player on the planet for 3 years. As Zidane declined, Ronaldinho became the best player in the world. And he was magnificent for 3 years. Mo's been unbelievable for 8 years. So while Mo has not hit the level that Ronaldinho hit for a short period, Mo's sustained brilliance nearly probably doubles the actual peak of Ronaldinho. Like, it's wild that Mo is just continually judged differently. He then goes on to say, right, as if the Ronaldinho thing wasn't stupid enough. Nobody's denying that Ronaldinho wasn't world class. Like, everybody would say he's one of the best players we've ever seen. However, in a really weird thing that happens with Twitter, because it's mostly populated with gobshites, people are trying to claim that Neymar is somehow on the level of Dino. Not even close. Not even close. Not even in the same stratosphere as Ronaldinho. He should have been, but he never has been. He's never been close to the best player on the planet. Ronaldinho was for 3 years. Anyway, he then doubles down by saying Eden Hazard and Luis Suarez, when they had those seasons in the Premier League too, there is not a single season that Eden Hazard has had that's better than what Mo's doing this season, that's better than what Mo did in 17-18. Not one single season that even comes anywhere close. Luis Suarez had the best single season I've ever seen in the Premier League, 13-14. Absolutely ungodly. This that we're seeing this season, this is better. It just is. Now, Suarez was dragging a team that had no business competing for a title towards a title. But Salah is taking a team that has failed in each of the last 4 seasons to win the league, and he's winning them the league. And he's doing it at a canter as well. He's putting up historic numbers. He's going to break the all-time record for goals and assists in a season. He might break the assist record. I think he needs 4. This is unbelievable what Mo's doing. And if the aesthetics of it don't get your little pecker feeling some blood flow, that's on you. That's not on him. You have a weird thing in your head where you value aesthetics over performance and production. There is no world in which Eden Hazard was ever a better player than Mo Salah. None. Mohamed Salah is a top 2 attacker in Premier League history, and he might not be number 2. You just have to go season by season. 44 goals and 14 assists in 52 games. How could you possibly argue that that's not world class? How? You're not doing that otherwise. 27 and 10 in 52 games. And obviously, the availability here is an enormous factor. 23 and 13 in 48 games. A double-double machine. 31 and 6 in 51 games. You think average players are scoring 31 goals a season, playing in the Premier League and the Champions League? I know Troy, lower league Troy, small-time mentality, never got to play at the highest level. His idea of success in the Premier League was scrapping to stay up. So he doesn't understand what it is to be a top-level player. But a fella who puts up 31 and 15 in 51 games certainly does. The same fella who comes back the next season as his team crumbles around him and puts up 30 and 16 in 51 games. The same fella who, despite going to AFCON, getting injured, and having admittedly a bad run of form to end the season, puts up 25 and 14 in 44 games. The same fella who then bounces back with a team that before the season is written off. Oh, Klopp is gone. Liverpool are washed. Van Dijk's past his best. Salah's past his best. They've got no defensive midfielder. The left backs are washed. Darwin Núñez is a flop. Luis Diaz is a whatever the fuck he is. All of the shit that went on. 33 games into the season. 32 and 22.
Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts and even Liverpool legends along the way. With the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to AnfieldIndex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.